Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have for you Alien Nation predicted streaming canceling everything. So, if you guys are familiar with the TV series Alien Nation, which was a spinoff of the movie Alien Nation, it was a TV series that ran on Fox for about a season, and then it got a bunch of movies because a lot of us felt like it was prematurely canceled and everything. I remember watching the show as a kid. But I came across this article, and you guys know I love to take digs at streaming any chance I get or whatever. But I came across this article from Den of Geek, where it says this 90s sci-fi show predicted streaming canceling everything. I'm not going to go over the whole article, but the article is by Seamus Kelly. I wanted to go over some of it and talk to you guys about this, so thus this type of video again. But it says here at the beginning, every single person knows the sting of their favorite TV show getting canceled, but it's only gotten worse in recent years, which it has. It has. The streaming era has been incredibly inconsistent. It sucks. I'm sorry, it sucks. With an algorithm choosing the fates of shows these days, you're lucky if a show gets 10 episodes, let alone released at all. The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance was canceled by Netflix after a single season, which I actually heard good things about that. So I never watched it, but I heard good things about this. This next one now, however, says Willow was not only canned by Disney Plus after one season, but also removed from its catalog. The same thing happened with Gordita Chronicles on HBO Max. Never seen Gordita Chronicles. The thing with Willow was the show sucked. They dropped all episodes on Disney Plus, and the show sucked, and nobody was watching it. And I can understand this is where I can truly understand Disney wanting to get rid of that show, because what's the point of leaving something up that's not profitable? But however, it did have its fans, and to remove it completely, this is another reason why I say physical media is important, because the only way you can see that show now is through bootleg physical media. So if you're interested, if you liked it in any way, shape, form, that's the only way you can see it. So let's scroll down to where it talks about Alien Nation, because Alien Nation, was on in the 90s and canceled, like I mentioned, and brought back. But it says right here, this is what I want to get to. It says, in the third TV movie, Alien Nation Millennium, which aired in 1996, human-led character Sykes, Gary Graham, rushes home to his alien biochemist and girlfriend Kathy, played by Terry Trees, insisting they watch the new show, My Brother the Alien. Kathy believes the show is just promoting racial stereotypes about her people, but Sykes insists, and they watch the show on her computer. Imagine that, on her computer. A lot of people watch their shows on their computer and their phones now, which I think is horrible. But anyways, it continues that the show is painfully unfunny, but only after a single scene has aired, a Fox logo cuts My Brother the Alien off, and an announcer comes on and informs the viewers the remainder of My Brother the Alien will not be seen because our instant national Nielsen ratings indicate low viewer interest, which I find that hilarious, because that is sort of what's going on in the world today. It says Sykes wishes he could have seen more of the show, commenting in frustration they should have given it a chance at least till the first commercial, which is true. I will say that as well. For as much as I do not like a lot of modern shows, is like nothing is really given a chance anymore. It is all done computer algorithm right off the bat. What is it? Look, I'll play devil's advocate here for a minute. A lot of the reasons why some of these shows are being canceled, for people out there that I know people complain about these shows being canceled, a lot of them, like I mentioned before, they're being canceled because they suck. And nothing irks me more than when you find interest in some kind of new show or something, and you start watching it, and within 10 minutes of the first episode, you're starting to be preached to and told how you should feel, how you should think, what this episode is about, in every sense of like how you should believe it, like preaching, like right off the bat. Which was great about like old sci-fi shows like Alien Nation, which dealt with like these aliens being becoming a new minority on our planet. It really dealt with these topics and situations in a way where they made you think. It wasn't just like told to you right up front how you should feel, how you should think, how you should act. It tells you the story with great, interesting characters and story, and through that, it's delivering messages on like being a minority and everything like that as well. And it makes you think about it, not tells you how you should feel about it. And that's what a good sci-fi or TV show should do in the beginning, is make you think. Give you great, interesting characters and a story, and it shouldn't be preachy and telling you this, telling you that right off the bat. And I will also say that a lot of us don't give the new shows a lot of chance because of stuff like that. And the shows that we do find that we do like, we tend to not give a chance as well, or that they're not given a chance for us to get into them. So and this is interesting, though, that like he was watching him and his girlfriend were watching the show on their computer, which I found that was like, that is stuff people do, and it's like that's insane, and it's like streaming it, so so they did sort of predict sort of like streaming and shows being canceled right off the bat, and almighty algorithm, which I miss the human algorithm that we used to have. But the article continues here. It says, sounds familiar, doesn't it? While there hasn't been a streaming show that's been canceled after a single scene, the rest is shockingly precedent. A show can't get enough viewers fast enough, and it's quickly axed before it even has time to adjust to what might make it more successful. That's basically the entire playbook of streaming services today, and that is true. That is true. And I will say this, like back in the day with those older TV shows and stuff. Take for instance the TV show Cheers. Cheers, when its first season aired, not a lot of people watched it, and it was on the chopping block, and they were going to cancel it, but then they reran it in the summertime, and the show literally took off, and it became one of the biggest shows of all time, which we ended up getting Frasier from that as well, too, eventually. So, like a lot of these shows, regardless, are not getting a chance, and sometimes it's because of us. We don't give them a chance because we know they're going to be preachy, boring, gobbledygook, message-driven content. It's not so much entertainment anymore; it's like content. And in some cases, though, when shows that we do like. I heard things great about Dark Crystal. That was unceremoniously canceled, and like I heard that was actually decent. So like some of the stuff we actually do like and get into, we don't get because of how the streaming works, algorithm works, and it's insane nowadays. But it also continues here. It says, in a DVD commentary track for this scene released in 2007, Kenneth Johnson remembers that when he wrote it, people laughed at me, but now I've seen them cancel shows after one airing, and pretty soon they'll be canceling them before the commercial break. Well, that's true. I was going to say, now we don't have commercials, but now you're paying for commercials with streaming, and you never know. That may happen. I mean, they may be putting out shows now and be going, well, that's just like, oh, a million people didn't tune in on the very first stream, so just get rid of it. So you never know. And how, like it says, 2007, Kenneth Johnson, if only he knew. If only he knew. In the final bit of the article says, streaming services canceling everything wasn't the only thing Alien Nation TV movie predicted. A subplot of the film features Psych using a program that will write a term paper for you, eerily echoing the use of AI these days. That's true. Yes, I remember this one, and it does. And it says there's also an on-point joke about Sykes needing information but can't get it because officers have been assigned to security detail for the Power Ranger Millennium reunion. That is like very much Power Ranger, once and always. That is crazy. That is crazy. What else will Alien Nation predict in our future? It's not only just like what else will Alien Nation predict in our future. It's like what are these old that is something crazy. It's like old Star Trek, old Alien Nation, old sci-fi shows. They predict a lot of stuff. And maybe these like authors kind of can see where the future was headed. It's just insane to me that this old TV show that somebody has found it, called through Alien Nation and found stuff like this. And this is why I will say physical media is important. You can get Alien Nation, the series, and the movies on DVD. You can still buy them. You can go through them. You can find nuggets like that, like with the commentary. That's importance of physical media, and that's why I love it so much more over streaming. And I know streaming is here to stay, and I know it's changing and canceling things and all that as well. But it doesn't mean we have to like it. It doesn't mean we have to support it. It doesn't mean we have to say, well, it's the only way to watch our entertainment. No, it's not. You can watch physical media. You can go back and find some of your favorites like Alien Nation on DVD or Blu-ray and stuff like that. And I like I've been saying, like I'm preaching here, please buy favorites of your favorites on DVD or something. That is so very important to find your favorites on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, VHS, Laserdisc, CEDs, CDs, vinyl, books, hardback books, paper books, comic books, graphic novels. Buy your favorites on physical media in all forms, because this digital age promised so much for us and has not delivered. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section down below. Do you guys remember Alien Nation? Do you think Alien Nation predicted this? What are your thoughts on all these like streaming services canceling shows? And like I said, I play a lot of these shows that have been canceled from streaming. They sucked. and it's not profitable to keep them on there, but also it is frustrating for those people that do find shows that they like and that they're getting canceled like that. So let me know all your comments and thoughts on this in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing and hitting that bell for notification. That would be awesome if I earned your guys' subscription, or possibly join and become a channel member. That would be great if I earned your channel membership. It'll help out my channel immensely. Share the video out for everybody to see. Thank you, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you all for being channel members here and for all of your support. To everybody watching, whether you liked me, hated me, or liked this video, or hated this video, I thank you for sticking this long. Wherever you all are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Always support physical media. It truly is the superior format. Godspeed.